Before we start actually creating our work, let's look a little bit at Mondrian. Let's learn a little bit about who we're talking about and who we're inspired by for this piece. So we're not going to go extensively through this book, but I do want to show you a few pieces. So when we think of Mondrian, this isn't the sort of work we typically think of. We have an idea in our head, and we don't typically think of these sorts of representational images. It's interesting to see what else he created and where he came from. I really like his images of nature, and you can start to see he's becoming a little abstract, but not near where he is in the iconic works we think of. This here looks a little bit more like Seurat. We can start to see here these thick lines that's approaching some of that style that we think of. I think this portrait here is sort of a nice mix between that intent to capture realism mixing in with his style that he is slowly approaching. We can see he's getting closer here. These are a few of his famous tree pictures. And you can see here it's abstract, but you can see if you look kind of where that tree is. You can see sort of the trunk, the base, and then the branches that extend away, but he's quickly approaching the abstract style that we know him for. So let's flip through and look for a few of those more iconic images. This is getting there. We start to see those lines and those squares. Here we can definitely see those squares. He's lost some of the lines, but now he's playing with the squares. So when he gets to his really iconic stuff, or at least what we think of as his very iconic work, he's going to blend those two together, and we're going to start to see works like these. Here's the really iconic stuff. We've got the red, we've got the blue, we've got the yellow in different shapes, in different places, sometimes very small, sometimes no color. He still is experimenting, and he'll go back and forth trying this out, trying that out, then coming back to some of those other ideas that he is more well known for.